Yeah, the married couple at the beginning of this movie. Has nobody seen the movie Thinner? Does Thinner not exist in zombie movies? I mean, if texting and driving is dangerous, just saying. I always think of Thinner. Army of the Dead. So Army of the Dead's a new zombie movie. We've had Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, now Army of the Dead. Though Army of the Dead's not connected, it's just a name. It's gotta be of the dead. It's directed by Zack Snyder. While the internet was like, release the Snyder Cut, while the internet is like, restore the Snyderverse, Zack Snyder's like, here's a zombie movie. With a very unique take, I kind of want to call the premise of this movie genius. It's pretty genius. Because Vegas casino heist movie, we've seen that. Zombie survival movie, we've seen that. Merge them? You have my curiosity. Also, among this zombie land, there are advanced zombies that are very tribal, very intelligent, very coordinated. Now you have my attention. And what I liked about this movie is Batista really carries this whole thing. Batista's shown that he's a great support character. He's a great addition to any cast. Now he's shown he can carry a movie. He's a great action star, but also in this movie, he really brings the emotion and the heart, which he has done before. Even with his limited screen time in Blade Runner 2049, that was the moment I was like, so this guy's not just a beefy action guy. He can bring it. Action, comedy, relief, and heart. The man is a triple threat. But I was impressed with him in this movie. And the movie actually has a really good ensemble of characters. I mean, it's exaggerated in that Zack Snyder kind of way, like they've been pulled from a comic book because they're exaggerations of what they should be. You know, like you have the safecracker who is definitely the little safecracker nerd who should not be going into a zombie-infested wasteland. But he is, and the friendship he starts to form with one of the other characters, it really does work. My favorite of the characters was the pilot. You don't see a lot of her, but the moment you do, I was like, she's probably gonna be my favorite. She's a cynical, sarcastic smartass, and what can I say? I like those characters. I feel a kinship to the cynical and sarcastic. I'll bet you she thinks of the movie Thinner too. And you can't help but be pulled in by the premise of this movie. There's already this devilish nature to Las Vegas, so the fact that hell's pretty much sprung up in Las Vegas is fitting. It's like the adult playground of the world has turned into another adult playground of the world, because if people aren't fantasizing about going to Vegas, they're fantasizing about shooting zombies. Now you get to do both. Also, in true Zack Snyder fashion, you do see what Zack Snyder loves, which is, I mean, other than a colorful ensemble of characters, slow-mo and depth of field. The man loves his slow-mo and he loves that depth of field. And his insane runtime. I don't remember his movies being that insane. It's like he was like, wait, I just pumped out a 4-hour movie. Time to get crazy with runtimes from now on. Then again, Batman vs. Superman, the theatrical version was 2.5 hours. So is this. That's the reason I'm getting this to you a little late. Last night I was just feeling under the weather, just feeling bleh. I don't think I have a zombie virus or anything. Jury's still out. But I was like, okay, Army of the Dead, and holy 2.5 hour long movie. I'm usually a night owl. But I'm gonna go to sleep. But for this movie, I felt the 2.5 hours in here more than I felt the 4 hours of Justice League. I mean, there are a lot of irons in the fire in here, and I don't think they're needed to be. Like the daughter. Like, why does Batista's character bring his daughter along? I mean, there's a story-based reason as to why she wants to go, which really leads to fuck all in the movie. That's another thing. I know why the daughter's in it, because you want to have those heartfelt father-daughter moments in this movie. Bring in the heart and all that. That's the thing I liked about Batista in here. Also, the actress as the daughter, thought she was fine. Just the character being in it, in this situation, I didn't buy it. I would think he'd be like, no, on a judgment call. As much as you want to go in there, no. In a world where I'm replaying the Mass Effect games, if Batista's character had his Paragon and Renegade up to a point, he could have talked his way out of that. And you don't get the onslaught of zombies that I wanted to see in this movie until the end. Granted, last half hour of this movie, it's on. It's definitely on, and it's a bloody good time. Movie's pretty violent. You should know that. Not just violent, but zombie apocalypse violent. A lot of arteries get bitten off. A lot of heads go bam. You know, it's a different kind of violence. In the end, Army of the Dead is a perfect hour and 45 minute long movie or 2 hour long movie that's been padded to be 2.5 hours long. But it's still a fun movie. I still enjoyed myself in it. If you're looking for one of the great zombie movies of all time that just threads the needle, keeps it in the pocket between great pacing, character development, and thrills, not quite there. But if you're going into a Zack Snyder zombie survival movie slash bank heist movie that takes place in Las Vegas, that'll be over the top stylish, over the top violent, over the top with the slow-mo scenes, that'll be a bloody good time. Might feel like it's a bit too long and feel like it drags on in parts, I think you'll have a good time with it. I did. And I got it in the form of a fun time. No alcohol required. It's like recently, as of late, people give Zack Snyder shit because he doesn't make Stanley Kubrick or Milos Forman movies or something. It's like, that's not him. He makes stuff like this. He knows who he's making it for. If you're one of his fans, I think you'll enjoy this. There is I don't want to say it's a plot hole, but it feels like one. I'm looking forward to the how it should have ended video they might make about Army of the Dead. I mean, if they do, I don't know if they will, but I feel like they will touch on this thing where it's like, if that had happened back an hour into the movie, this movie would have been an hour long. You would have saved an hour and a half. Just seemed like a bit of a plot hole. It stands out to me. All right, so Army of the Dead. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.